Welcome back to the journey of exploring the complete series on filial piety. Profound lessons from the Buddhist teachings and moral values in life. In the previous video, we contemplated the boundless love of parents through the Buddhist teachings. Not only gratitude but also the responsibility to love and repay their kindness with all our hearts. These stories and philosophies must have made many of us reflect on how we treat our parents. And today, we will continue this emotional journey with a more poignant perspective about the silent father. If a mother's love is often gentle and warm like the morning sun, a father's love is quietly sheltering like the shade of a tree at noon. There are sacrifices a father makes that are never spoken. There are drops of sweat falling in the night, worries hidden behind a smile, so that one day, when we look back, we are startled to realize everything we have today has been exchanged for the Father's youth, health, and even His prime. Let's listen to the true stories, the lessons that stir your heart, and perhaps there will be tears when you fully understand that silent yet great love. Are you ready? Let's begin this journey right now with the theme, the silent father, the unspoken sacrifices that bring you to tears. Familiar figure. Have you ever paused for a moment, listened to the soft sigh behind the worries, seen the deep wrinkles etched on his face? In each of our lives, there is someone who always silently watches over, protects, and sacrifices, without a word of complaint, without a bit of demand. That is Father. Today, we will gently touch our hearts, look back at that familiar figure through the lens of Buddhism, to deeply feel the unspoken sacrifices, the boundless and immense love that a father has for us. Silent form, the burden on his shoulders. Father may not be a hero in movies, without flowery words or ostentatious actions. A father's love is often hidden deep within the simple things of everyday life. Drops of sweat falling on the field, sleepless nights worrying about work, simple meals sharing the delicious parts with his children. That is the silent form, carrying so many worries and responsibilities on his shoulders. I remember when I was a child, every time I saw my father come home after a hard day's work, his face stained with dirt, I simply thought that he was done with work. Only later, when I grew up, did I truly understand the difficulties and pressures that he silently endured to give me a fulfilling life. I remember once my father was seriously ill, but he still tried to get up and go to work because he was afraid the family would be in need. When he came home in the evening, he lay weakly on the bed, his breathing heavy. At that moment, I truly understood how great my father's love was. In modern life, the image of a father may have changed, but that silent sacrifice still exists. It could be the father working overtime so that his children have money for school, the father trying to learn technology to understand his children better, or simply the father who always listens and supports his children's decisions. Have you ever wondered what your father has sacrificed to give us a peaceful life? Father's love through the lens of Buddhism, selflessness and compassion. Buddhism teaches about selflessness, meaning there is no permanent, independent self. We are all interconnected and dependent on each other. A father's love is a profound manifestation of this selflessness. A father puts his children's interests above his own, willingly sacrificing time, effort, and even personal desires for his children's happiness. In the Buddhist scriptures, there is the story of the Buddha's previous life as Prince Siddhartha, who renounced the throne and a life of royalty to seek the path to liberation for all sentient beings. That great sacrifice also originated from boundless compassion, wanting to bring peace to all. A father's love, though small within the family, also carries the seed of that compassion. I feel that a father's love does not demand repayment. Father gives unconditionally, like a river silently bringing water to the fields. It is a pure love, without self-interest, unspoken sacrifices, tears swallowed inward. There are hardships a father never tells, tears a father silently swallows inside. It could be difficulties at work, worries about the children's future, or lingering illnesses. Father bears it all alone, not wanting his children to worry. I once heard a story about a father who was seriously ill but still tried to go to work to have money for his child's medical treatment. Only when his children grew up did he dare to rest and seek treatment. That silent sacrifice makes us unable to hold back our emotions. Today, as the pressures of life increase, the burden on a father's shoulders becomes heavier. They have to face the necessities of life, fierce competition, and the upheavals of society. But no matter what, they always try to be a solid support for their family. Father always tries to appear strong in front of his children. But sometimes, in the quiet of the night, I hear his prolonged cough, his soft sighs. Those are the tears swallowed inward, the pain Father hides. Perhaps all of us have seen the helplessness flash across our Father's eyes, even if only for a moment. That is the moment we realize that Father is also a human being, with limitations and his own feelings. Father's love in teaching, not just words. A father's love is not only expressed through material sacrifices but also through the way he teaches his children. It is not just advice but also setting an example through actions. Father teaches his children about honesty, perseverance, responsibility, and also kindness. Those lessons sink deep into the children's souls, shaping their character and lifestyle. I remember my father rarely said flowery words, but his actions, the way he treated people around him, taught me so much about morality and how to live. A father who always keeps his promises, even the smallest ones. That is how he teaches his children about honesty. A father who always helps those in need. That is how he sows the seeds of compassion in his children's hearts. Karma and father's love, sowing love, reaping respect. According to the law of karma in Buddhism, what we sow, we will reap. A father's boundless love and sacrifice are the good seeds he has sown in his children's lives. When the children grow up, the respect, gratitude, and love we give to our Father are the sweet fruits he deserves to receive. The Buddhist scriptures teach about filial piety, gratitude towards parents. Parents are the ones who gave birth to us and raised us. Being filial to parents is not only a moral principle but also an action that creates good karma, bringing blessings to ourselves. I believe that no gift can ever repay the kindness of parents. What parents desire most is probably the maturity, happiness, and filial piety of their children. When father weakens, the impermanence of life. Life is impermanent. No one can remain healthy forever. One day, our strong father will also weaken. That is the law of birth, old age, sickness, and death. At this time, the children's love is the greatest encouragement, the most practical repayment for the father's unspoken sacrifices. Time cruelly takes away the father's help. The hands that used to be strong now tremble. The steps that used to be firm now become slow. The father's eyes are still warm but reflect fatigue. I once witnessed a friend wholeheartedly taking care of his elderly father. His patience, love, and gratitude moved me deeply. That is how we practice filial piety and repay our Father's love. I remember when I took care of my father in the hospital, how I held back my tears when I saw him try to smile to reassure me. I understand that my presence, even if it's just holding his hand, is a great source of encouragement for him. Spend time talking to your father, listening to his stories, taking care of him when he is sick. Those small actions have immense meaning for him. Don't wait until it's too late to express your love. Spend time with your father while he can still feel the warmth from us. Awakening and action, while we still can. Time waits for no one. Don't wait until Father is no longer here for us to regret not having said words of love, not having repaid his kindness. Cherish every moment with your Father. Express your love and gratitude while you still can. Call your Father right now. If you are far away, visit your Father if you can. Say heartfelt words of love to him. A small action of yours can bring great joy to your Father. Father's love forever, legacy of love. Even though time passes, even though Father is no longer by our side, his love will forever be a priceless legacy, a guiding light for us in life. The lessons, the values that Father passed on will live forever in the hearts of his children. A father's love does not end when he leaves us. It continues to live in the lessons, the values he passed down. We carry a part of our Father within us, and we have a responsibility to live up to that love. Father is like a bright star. It may have faded, but its light still shines in the dark night, guiding us through the difficulties of life. I believe that a father's love is a great source of spiritual strength. Whenever I encounter difficulties or challenges, I always remember my father's resilience and determination to overcome them. Let's promise ourselves that we will preserve this legacy of love and pass it on to future generations. Reflection and continuation. Sowing seeds of love. Looking back at the immense love of a father, we also learn how to love and sacrifice for our loved ones. Let's continue that legacy of love. Let's become fathers and mothers who are responsible and compassionate, sowing good seeds for future generations. Gratitude and action. Take a moment to remember your father, whether he is still with you or has passed away. Cherish what we have and act so that that love will forever spread. Let every day that passes be a day we live fully with the love and gratitude we have for our Father. After watching this video, what will you do to express your love for your Father? A phone call, a word of concern, or an action from the heart? Please share in the comments so we can spread the good things together. Wishing all the fathers in the world good health, peace, and happiness in the love of their children and grandchildren. Thank you for listening to today's story. Don't forget to share this video if you feel it touches your heart. Let's spread love and gratitude together. Wishing you always have warm and precious moments with your loved ones. Wishing you full of peaceful energy, peace of mind. Each of your comments will be a small light spreading love, filial piety and the Buddhist teachings. Goodbye and see you in the next video. Sincerely and respectfully.